Señor Dios nuestro, en este momento en el que iniciamos este nuevo día y en el que una nueva oportunidad para vivir, para respirar, queremos entregarte toda nuestra vida en esta oración. Queremos darte nuestro corazón y pedirte que lo mordees como tú quieras, que hagas con él un corazón sano, que sea capaz de superar las tristezas, los miedos, las inseguridades. Que nuestro corazón sea fuerte en este día y que sea capaz de encontrarte en ti su fortaleza. Amén. Señores, muy buenos días a todos ustedes. Feliz viernes. Gracias por estar en sintonía con lo que es El Mundo a las 7. Bienvenido a una entrega más ya del fin de semana. Le damos los buenos días a todo el que esté en sintonía con nosotros a través de TV en la isla de San Martín. Todo el que está a través de TVCARIB en la isla de San Martín, en Curazao, en Aruba y en Belice, y todo el que está a través de Dutch Caribbean TV en la isla de Bonaire, muy buenos días para todos ustedes. De igual manera, a todo el que está a través de las redes sociales, gracias por mantener su actualización con nosotros. Recuerden de darle like, compartir, etiquetear y postear sus banderas de donde es su nacionalidad y donde usted está residiendo, tanto en San Martín, en Ceiba, en Estecio, en Sembat, en Anguila, en Saint Kitts, en Dominica, en Saint Vincent, también los que están en San Croix, San Tomás, Saint Vincent, todo el que está en Puerto Rico, en República Dominicana, en España, en Venezuela, en Canadá, en Estados Unidos, en Francia, en Holanda, en Colombia y en Panamá. Muy buenos días para todos ustedes.
A pleasant good morning. Every time you end off with Colombia, I know it's my turn. I don't know why, but it's my turn.
A la comunidad china también, muy buenos días.
Oh, definitely. And don't forget, hey,
ni hao. Ni hao.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, ni hao to you this morning. I would like to give a special and warm welcome to those of you who are watching us for the very first time. Apparently our our viewership has gotten larger on the island of St. Martin with, the Telem group of companies. So we are happy that this is a reality. We are watched also in MSR on the front side. Just to give you a small story, I'm in the front side, just chilling, and I'm shopping, and this lady looks at me, and she goes back, but I see she's looking at me.
Darle el número de teléfono de aquí.
What?
Que le tengo que dar entonces el número de teléfono.
Hold up, we're not going there. So she looks at me, and then so at one point I'm like, okay, good. She's like, use the young fella Martina on MSR. I was like, oh, yeah, I am, She called me a young fella, even with all these grays in my beards. So to that lady, a very special good morning to you. I also would like to say to those who are watching us on Facebook Live, those of you who are liking our page, loving our broadcast, for those of you who are tagging a friend, putting your flags up, put them up. We want to say a special good morning to you as well. And to all of you who are in synchrony with us, people like Janetta Richardson, who we've seen commenting, Irene Hassan, and of course, Sarita Hasham, Yo-Yo, Dave Livingstone, and all Nancy Ramirez, all of you. I want to say a special good morning to each and every one of you on Facebook Live.
Así es, ya están actualizándose las personas a través de nuestras redes sociales. También está Celia Renor posteando sus banderas, nuestro amigo Dave Levenson desde la isla de Ceiba, Nancy Ramírez, Ingrid Laureano desde Francia, Histerida Harshan también posteando sus banderas, Nadine Suárez, muy buenos días, Leroy Hodge también está ya en sintonía con nosotros, buenos días para todos ustedes, Melvina Romeo también está en sintonía. Evita Eva Bunten dando los buenos días. Recuerden postear sus banderas, darle like, compartir e etiquetar también. También está en sintonía Yesenia de la Cruz con nosotros. Muy buenos días también. Ni,
Ni hao ma.
ma.
Ni
Buenos
hao
días
ma.
también.
Yeah. Janetta Richardson.
Brian Baker, Antonio Richardson, Melania Lauren, como siempre, Kiana Bridgewater, también está en sintonía desde Senki. Estas son ya las personas que iniciaron el programa, están iniciando el programa con nosotros, etiquetando sus banderas, dando like, compartiendo. Y ya ustedes saben, todo el que esté en casita también le damos la bienvenida. Esther Durán Casimir también están con nosotros. Buenos días, Esther.
All right, since we're learning Chinese together, I'm going to give you one, and then you would have to, at the end of the show or during the show, tell me, what does this mean? Okay? Ni kan kilau hai mai.
Oh, Dios mío.
Ni kan kilau hai mai.
Ahora dame la traducción.
No, at the end of the program.
No, pero dame siquiera.
No. Find out what it means. I'm going to give you a clue. It's on
Eso
my
tú solo
Facebook.
tú solo vas a dejar de tarea a nuestros televidentes.
No, I'm going to give you a clue as well. All right? It has beautiful in the word. And you can find it on my Facebook page. All right? Prince.
Y así que se escribe.
This is exactly how it's
¿Sí?
written. Okay? Ni kan kilau han mai.
Bueno, ok.
Good. Brenda, we have some morning news. Did anything strange happen yesterday that we should know about? Maybe you know something and you didn't tell anybody or whatever. Is there anything that we should know about?
No.
Tell us about this headband thingy that you have going on here. What's up with this? It's
¿Qué pasó
different.
con-
No, it's different. I haven't
¿Sí?
seen you with something like that.
Oh,
I've never seen you with something like
¿Cómo
that.
que no?
That's like different.
Oh, ok.
Viewers, you see her as much as I do. Can you please let me know if you've seen this before? Maybe I'm not paying attention. But Dennis, based on our conversation yesterday, I would like to give you a video of as soon as we finished the broadcasting yesterday, how I was chivaled, all right? Or I displayed chivalry. Yeah.
De las 7, así que tengan
I
feliz
was a
resto del día.
gentleman yesterday.
Muchas bendiciones. Sí, sí.
All right,
sí,
ladies and
señor,
gentlemen,
sí, señor.
as I
Mira,
promised,
Look at
bueno.
this. Here it is.
being
Here it
a
is.
gentleman and taking Brenda's chair out.
Ay, Dios, ay, Dios.
Brenda,
Look at that.
Gracias. Oh, como todo un caballero.
Hey.
Así debe de ser todos los días.
chivalry is not dead.
So,
Eso fue por el día de ayer, señores. Eso fue por el día de ayer. No,
All right.
no cojan tanto gusto por ver este video. Eso fue el día de ayer.
all right. Esther Duran Casimir is saying, what is your name on your Facebook page? It's Prince Herbert Martina. I myself was going to ask Brenda about the headband. You see, I was not the only one.
Pero qué pasa.
Brian
con-
Baker
con el
also wanted to
headband?
ask
¿Qué
you
pasa?
about your headband, okay? Nadine Suarez, you have me on Facebook, Nadine. You're asking me what's my name. And Leroy Hodge say, you're pushing your luck, mister. Okay, we have a headline for the morning news, so we would like to begin, else we would have a never-ending story, all right? 34 COVID-19 recoveries. And this story comes from the St. Martin Island Times.
Así es, tenemos los titulares de las informaciones que le tenemos en la mañana de hoy. Iniciaremos con 34 recuperaciones de COVID-19. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
SMMC records 3 COVID-19 deaths in 24 hours.
Así es, San Martin Medical Center registra 3 muertes por COVID-19 en 24 horas. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times.
I highly apologize for being so surprised. This news, I normally read all the news, but this news comes as a shock to me, all right? I don't know how this escaped me because I'm usually prepared. So I'm very sorry. I want to read this and see what's up. Another scooter rider injured on Watermelon Road in St. Peters. This story also is taken from the St. Martin Island Times.
Así es, un accidente deja a un motociclista herido en Watermelon Road en St. Peter. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
Important Telem Group notice for customers paying with WIB, Windward Island Bank personal checks. This story also comes from the St. Martin Island Times.
También tenemos un aviso importante del grupo Telem para clientes que pagan con cheques personales de WIP. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
4 St. Martin civil servants achieve certification as certified legislative lawyers. This story comes also from the St. Martin Island Times. And that's our final story for this morning.
4 funcionarios de San Martin obtienen la certificación como abogados legislativos. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
All right. Brenda, if you don't mind, I would like to read the first one because that's good news. The second one, not so good news. All right. The Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, Omar Atley, extends his heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of the 3 victims who passed away due to COVID-19. Much thanks to the families during this time. As of September 2nd, there were 29 persons who tested positive for COVID-19. However, 34 persons have recovered, bringing the total active cases to 257. The total number of confirmed cases is now 3,775. The Collective Prevention Services, CPS, are monitoring 242 people in home isolation. 15 patients are hospitalized at the St. Martin Medical Center. The total number of deaths due to COVID-19 has increased to 56. The number of people recovered since the first case surfaced on St. Martin has increased. The Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, VSA, Airport Health Team, in collaboration with Healthcare Laboratory St. Martin, have tested 3,625 travelers, while CPS tested 41,509 people throughout the community. As the numbers continue to fluctuate, CPS will continue to actively execute its contact tracing measures. Minister Utley urges everyone to take your health seriously, do your research, and consider getting vaccinated. Ladies and gentlemen, as alarming as this is, I must say that, this is to be expected. Every time we have high hospitalized cases, when I say high hospitalized cases, over the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, we hold our head and our heart because somehow we think that, from the hospital, it can go 2 ways. Either you get better or you get worse, resulting into death through COVID. And apparently we've had 3 deaths. I wouldn't talk too much on this because we have the story to read. One more observation I would like to say, while CPS tested 41,509 people throughout the community, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times we are hard on CPS. A lot of times we are like, oh, the number don't work, and this happens and that happens. But CPS is doing a lot of work. Okay,
yes,
remember that CPS is not only dealing with the coronavirus. Okay, it's also dealing with dengue. It's also dealing with mosquito outbreaks. It's also dealing with the child care.
Tiene muchas responsabilidades.
There's a lot of responsibilities. So if I were to give an advice to the ministry that is laced, Ministry of VSA, I would say that they make a special unit within CPS, all right? And I'm not talking about the vaccination team. I'm talking about a special unit whereas the vaccination team is a part of to deal with the coronavirus crisis. Why? If all the experts are saying that we're only 2 years into this, and they expect it to be 5 years that we're laced with this pandemic, then I think that they should be looking in a different direction. get a special team that is especially dealing with the coronavirus. So everything that has to do with it, the phones working, the daily activities, working with schools, working and giving, how do you call, giving the care that is so needed, because this is a pandemic. All right, I don't know what you think about it, Brenda, but when I see CPS tested 41,000, I'm like, yesterday we talked about HCLS with the 3,625 travelers. Okay, that's on one location.
Yep.
So they come to the airport and they get tested. However, okay, that's because they come and funnel through one location. Now CPS throughout the community. So when there's an outbreak, when there's when they report a cluster or Dutch Quarter, St. Peter's, Middle Region, Cahill, it's a lot of work.
Oye, yo tuve la llamada de una persona que me dijo, Brenda, ¿dónde yo puedo hacerme la prueba? Okay, puedes ir a lo que es antes de la portuaria está el parqueo y está el CPS haciendo, sí, pero tú llamas y tengo entendido que tú llamas y ellos van a tu casa. Pero si usted puede moverse e ir allá, es menos responsabilidad que usted le está dando porque tiene mucho trabajo. Usted tiene que colaborar, cooperar también.
Yeah.
No puede ser todo que se lo vayan a llevar a su casa. Usted puede salir de su casa e ir y hacerse la prueba.
Yeah.
Ok, yo voy a tratar de hacerlo.
Wow.
Nosotros debemos de colaborar.
No.
No podemos estar pendientes, no, que eso es el gobierno que lo hace. No, nosotros tenemos que poner de nuestra parte, igual que con el virus, tratar de reunirnos lo menos posible, tratar de hacer el teteo, como se está diciendo en Santo Domingo ahora, lo menos posible para poder estar libre de COVID.
Yeah, of course. And what I don't like is the fact that a lot of people are just waiting, for things to happen. Just like the vaccine. If you want the vaccine, go and get the vaccine. Okay, it's readily available to you. Don't procrastinate. Go and have it. Academy PSB will have online classes from today until the 17th. Janetta Richardson, can you send a link with confirmed, a confirmed notice about that? I would like to know, because I know someone there. Should I call that person and see what they says? Well, he's not the spokesperson there, but we would like to get more information on Academy PSB will have online classes from today until the 17th.
Bueno, no tenemos esa información directamente oficial, pero Janet tiene estudiantes allá, si ella puede colaborar dando la información directamente específica de las partes que la publicaron, fuera mucho mejor.
All right, good. Should we go to the other story with the 3 deaths? First of all, we want to wish the family, friends, condolences on the passing of 3 casualties through COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, let us get and fight COVID together.
Así es. Antes de pasar a la siguiente información, quiero hacer un resumito de que en el día de ayer hubieron 29 personas que dieron positivo por COVID. Sin embargo, 34 se recuperaron. Esto fue llevando el total de casos activos a 257. Ahora hay 15 pacientes hospitalizados y aumentó el número de muertes a 56. Este es el reporte que tenemos en el día de ayer. Ahora pasando a la siguiente noticia, tenemos que San Martin Medical Center registra 3 muertes por COVID-19 en 24 horas. Esto es fuente de San Martin Atlanta. San Martin Medical Center ha informado la muerte de 3 pacientes de COVID-19 en menos de 24 horas. Los 3 pacientes, como la gran mayoría de los pacientes ingresados por COVID-19, no estaban vacunados y tenían comorbilidades, lo que los hacía de alto riesgo de enfermedad grave por COVID-19. A la luz de esto, San Martin Medical Center una vez más está haciendo un llamado urgente y desesperado a las personas no vacunadas en la comunidad para que se vacunen lo antes posible. San Martin Medical Center también alienta a las personas que experimentan síntomas de COVID-19 como fiebre, escalofríos, dolores de cabeza, dificultad para respirar fatiga, dolores musculares o corporales, pérdida del gusto o olfato, dolor de garganta, congestión o secreción nasal, vómitos y diarrea, que llamen a la línea directa de CPS 914 y utilice las líneas e instalaciones de prueba gratuitas de CPS que ahora se encuentran en Hopi State. Estar vacunado no evita que contraiga COVID-19, pero reduce significativamente el riesgo de enfermedad grave y propagación y agrega una capa adicional de protección, especialmente si padece enfermedades concomitantes. Según un proceso de revisión de evidencias de los CDC, la lista de comorbilidades que hacen que una persona tenga un alto riesgo de enfermedad grave por COVID-19 incluye afecciones como diabetes, asma, afecciones cardíacas como enfermedades de las arterias coronarias e hipertensión, cáncer, VIH, lupus y otras enfermedades que comprometen el sistema inmunológico, enfermedad renal, demencia, enfermedad hepática, enfermedad de células falciformes, sobrepeso y obesidad, y si está embarazada. El CDC continúa afirmando que una enfermedad grave significa que una persona con las afecciones antes mencionadas puede requerir hospitalización, cuidados intensivos, un ventilador que requiere un coma inducido o intubación, mediante el cual se inserta un tubo por la garganta y en la tráquea para facilitar el aire, entrando y saliendo de los pulmones, o incluso puede morir si contrae COVID-19.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, they're giving you those who have what they called underlying conditions. Apparently, these 3 people were not vaccinated. Those that succumbed, Brenda, they were not vaccinated, and they have succumbed to this deadly virus. Ladies and gentlemen, we do admonish you to stay put and read the rest of the story as we continue to fight against COVID-19 together.
Oh, sí, mira,
Together.
hay un comentario de Brian Baker que recuerda de la protesta que hay
Yeah.
hoy en el lado francés. Esto es de la Organización de la Resistencia.
Yeah, there is a protest. You know, we give people the right to protest, and that's a given. However, in a pandemic, we know that people get carried away. They get a bit, how do you say? They get carried away. One thing I am happy that it is not a protest against the QNR code. One thing I am happy about that it is, they have told people, listen, let us get the proper, how do you say, covering, and let's do this safe. I don't know how safe it can be for people to protest with masks, in the hot sun. You can't, breathe properly and everything. So I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting, some kind of report in. I don't know, but we have Dear Family of the St. Martin Academy, PSV, referring to my previous email. Please correct the date for tomorrow to September 3rd from September 4th. Online school for all levels will begin tomorrow, Friday, September 3rd until Thursday, September 16th. School on campus will resume on Friday, September 17th. The contents of the previous email remains relevant. Regarding unavailability of textbooks at home, we've got you covered during this online period. Our teachers will provide the necessary work activities and the relevant material resources in their Google Classroom. Please be in touch should you have questions or queries, hoping to have informed you sufficiently. Stop the spread. Be safe. Hashtag. So apparently, PSVE Academy are participating in distant learning until the 17th. Of course, they've sent an email to the respective parents. However, what the content of the email is not disclosed. Why? I can imagine. It's sensitive information, but they gave a follow-up on, and then we have gotten it on WhatsApp. So that is some big news in the fact that I haven't heard the Minister of Education come out and endorse this message. However, I think each school board is responsible for their activities, especially in this situation and this time. All right? Wow. Wow. Should we go and greet some of the people, Brenda? We have enough time.
Así es. Vamos a ver a las personas que tenemos en las redes sociales, a las personas que están en casita a través de TV Carib, de Dosh Caribbean TV y de Tel TV. Les damos los buenos días, la bienvenida a todo el que está a través de MSR en Friendside también. Buenos días para todos ustedes. Tenemos una cobertura sumamente grande, Prince.
Yeah.
Esto es para las personas que están en casita, a todo el que esté en las redes sociales. Gracias por mantener su sintonía con nosotros, como es Esther, Durán Casimir, Irene Telemaco, Alessandra Isabel Suárez, Irene Telemaco, que ayer estuvo de cumpleaños. Bendiciones para usted. Minerva Maduro, Ginetta Richardson, Ingrid Laureano, para Melvina Romeo, Clyde Hook, Nancy Ramírez, Mariluz Rodríguez Martínez, Glanford Lauren, Raiza Ledesma, Evita Eva Bunten, Rosa Méndez, Carol McKay, Byron Isevia, que está en sintonía con nosotros, Elinja Jaira Santana, Lynette Adela Rogers, también está en sintonía con El Mundo a las 7, Nadine Suárez, Germania Rondón, Brian Baker, Michael Arsen, Jojo, Karen Richardson. Esas son personas que están en sintonía con El Mundo a las 7. También para Leroy Hodge, Melania Lauren, Debra Heiser, Happy Friday. También muy buenos días para Kiyana Bridgewater. También para Moeske Cliff desde Curazao también, que están en sintonía con nosotros.
All right.
Les recordamos a todos los que estén en las redes sociales que le den like, compartan, etiqueten y posteen sus banderas de donde es su nacionalidad y donde está residiendo actualmente.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a commercial break, but when we come back, we'll read some of the comments and, of course, interact with our viewing audience. My name is Herbert Martinez. Stay locked and tuned in to TV Carib, The World at 7. We'll be right back.
Así es, vamos a una pausa comercial. En un momentico estaremos de vuelta con ustedes.
Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg, have some of the best meals around town for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they make it so easy for you to order. Just call in, then walk in, and pick it up. What's up it? Then walk in and pick it up. Or walk in, order it, and pick it up. We also cater and host events. And don't forget karaoke every Friday night. So eat at Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg. It's a celebration in your mouth.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm here with the beautiful and talented Brenda Rodriguez de Allen, and we're here on the morning show, The World at 7, ready to give you news, notifications, and much, much more.
Así es, señores, bienvenido a la segunda entrega de su programa El Mundo a las 7. Quiero darle los buenos días a Ismael Semelí, que está en sintonía con nosotros a través de las redes sociales, recordándole darle like, compartir, etiquetear, postear sus banderas de donde es su nacionalidad y donde usted está residiendo, dándole los buenos días a todo el que está en casita también a través de MSR Cable Franchise en TEL TV también, y los que están a través de TV Carib y Dos Caribbean TV.
All right, great. When I left, or when we left, I did say that I would like, no one has wanted this yet, but I would like us to know what is the translation of Ni kan kilaw han mai.
Pero
Ni kan kilaw han mai.
te lo dijeron.
Who said it?
Dijeron que eso era preguntando cuál es tu nombre.
No.
No.
They're asking me what's my name in on a Facebook.
Ya.
I don't think that they asked me what's my name. No. And if you're saying what's my name, you are absolutely incorrect. Okay? So again, Ni kan kilaw han mai. Ni kan kilaw han mai. And your answer is
No.
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 All right, we'll remember that. Okay?
Déjame acordarles también a los que están en casita que pueden también contestar a través de nuestro teléfono 554-5601, tanto directo como vía WhatsApp. Usted puede dar también los buenos días a través de nuestro WhatsApp, postear sus banderas y también hacer la traducción
Please.
de lo que Prince acaba ahora de decir,
Yeah.
lo tiene posteado en su Facebook.
Yes, definitely. Okay. Let me read some of the comments that are here with us. Janetta, Brenda, revisa tu mensaje de WhatsApp. All right. Gave you the information. Leroy is writing some stuff. Rosa Mendez, buenos días. Dios les bendigas a todos. Oh, nice. Just imagine with all that is happening pertaining to the pandemic, yet there is another protest today on the French side. Glenford Lawrence is saying, good morning, good people. St. Martin flag, hi, the yin and the yang, and of course, a sunflower. So everything is in balance. That's what he's up to. Okay, if you feel that you don't want to be tested or vaccinated, make sure, take precautions and sanitize and wear your mask at all times. All right? What is this? This is the migration online is because a student of 1C tested positive for COVID-19. According to the following actions we're taking so far. The 1C class is isolated. The specific student is not on campus. The school board was contacted via email as well as Minister of Education via the Inspectorate Division. Contact with CPS have proved futile to this point and attempts will continue. Ouch. An impromptu staff meeting was held this morning to inform about the matter at hand. Parents of 1C were informed by email they are to pick up their children from school today. The bad thing is that the parents, if they were, in contact with their children,
Yep.
obviously they have. And what about who the parents were in contact with? People on their jobs. And the extension goes on. Okay? So please, let us get some kind of perspective and know that let's do the precautionary measures. However, I'm so surprised that they're saying that CPS, contact through CPS, have been proven to be infutile, meaning that they have not gotten through with CPS. I'm sure they called the 914 number and nothing. So it's but if they got a call from the Minister of Education, the Minister of Education should have the number of VSA's minister, and he can launch a impromptu, very quick investigation and get the head of CPS to answer. Because this is a serious case.
Bueno, hay que ver cuáles serán los resultados en el día de hoy, cuáles serán las medidas que van a tomar en el día de hoy.
All right. Also, I want to snitch on COVID. Get him locked up. Do you have a hotline to call? Prince, I want to snitch on COVID. Get him locked up. Do you have a hotline to call? Boy, I want to snitch on him too. And of course, we have Muscar Cliff. Hello from Curacao. How are you doing, Muscar? And Leroy Hodges saying, Prince, you know what I don't understand? Many asking people to strike with them, but they don't ask us to pray. Let us get together and pray first against COVID and other issues. With prayers, if it's like nobody doesn't believe in God work anymore. Do they think they wake up every day by themselves? A great question, Leroy Hodge. Great question. And yesterday say, Prince, not even Google Translate recognize that sentence. All right? Wow. So you run it through Google Translate. Let's see what Google Translate says. All right. Brenda, we have more news. Let us go. Hey, not forgetting Julia Sanchez with her Dominican flag and St. Martin. So,
Así
thank you
es,
so much.
dando
Julia.
los buenos días para todos y todas, igual para usted, Julia. Vamos con la siguiente información que tenemos y es un accidente deja a un motociclista herido en Watermelon Road en St. Peter. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Time. La situación con respecto a los conductores de motores descuidados que no cumplen con las regulaciones establecidas para la seguridad vial sigue siendo un punto de irritación para la policía y la comunidad en general. El miércoles en la noche, el miércoles 2 de septiembre, aproximadamente a las 5:30 de la tarde, el despacho central recibió varias llamadas relacionadas con un accidente de tráfico en el que un motociclista resultó gravemente herido en la calle de St. Peter. Según las investigaciones que están en proceso, se están llevando a cabo el personal del Departamento de Tránsito. Aparentemente, el conductor de un SUV Mazda negro con matrícula M1002 se encontraba transversamente en la calle con la intención de dar marcha atrás a su patio mientras una pasola se acercaba en Watermelon Road. El conductor de la pasola trató de evadir el carro, pero golpeó la parte delantera del carro, perdió el control y chocó contra una camioneta blanca estacionada junto a la calle. El motociclista, que tampoco llevaba casco, sufrió lesiones en la cara y la parte superior del cuerpo. Fue atendido por el personal de ambulancia y posteriormente trasladado al Centro Médico de San Martín para recibir tratamiento médico adicional. La policía de San Martín no tolerará este comportamiento peligroso e ilegal por parte de los usuarios de la vía pública y advierte a quienes no sigan las normas viales que cesen y desistan. Es nuestro deber como oficiales de la ley hacer cumplir las reglas de tránsito y no rehuiremos en hacerlo. Las fuerzas del orden han estado controlando el movimiento del público en varias áreas de las islas y continuarán haciéndolo. Se atenderán a las personas atrapadas en la violación de las reglas de tránsito. Se reduce su velocidad, use su cinturón de seguridad cuando maneje un vehículo motorizado, use un casco cuando conduzca una motocicleta. Sea considerado con los demás usuarios de la calle. Esto puede ayudar a prevenir contratiempos innecesarios. La vida que salva puede ser bien la suya.
All right. They're talking about another scooter accident. Okay. The situation regarding careless scooter riders who fail to abide by regulations established for road safety remains a point of irritation for the police and the community at large. So it passed concern, it's now at irritation. On Wednesday evening, September 2nd, 2021, at approximately 5:30 p.m., Central Dispatch received several calls regarding a traffic accident whereby a scooter rider was severely injured on St. Peter's Road. According to the ongoing investigations being conducted by Traffic Department personnel, apparently the driver of a black Mazda SUV with the license plate M1002 was crosswise on the road with the intention of reversing into his yard while a scooter approached on Watermelon Road. The scooter rider tried to evade the SUV, however, struck the front of the SUV, lost control, and crashed into a white van parked alongside the road. The scooter rider, who was also not wearing a helmet, suffered injuries to the face and upper body. He was attended by ambulance personnel and subsequently transported to the St. Martin Medical Center for further medical treatment. The St. Mark Police Force will not condone this dangerous and illegal behavior by users of the public roads and warn those who are not following the road regulations to cease and desist. It is our duty as officers of the law to enforce the traffic rules and will not shy away from doing so. They've given you a lot of tips that already are in use and there for you. Wearing your helmet, wearing a seatbelt if you're driving in the car, reduce your speed, both scooter and drivers. Those are the things that just everyday traffic rules that you follow can reduce the chances of you crashing unnecessary. Okay, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stop. Okay.
Así es. Continuamos con las informaciones y tenemos un aviso importante del grupo Telem para clientes que pagan con cheques personales de Winder Island Bank. Eso es fuente de San Martin Island Time.
All right. We have Telem Group has announced that as of September 27, 2021, it will no longer be accepting and processing personal checks of the Windward Island Bank. The announcement follows circulation of a whip notice informing clients that the bank will discontinue the issuing of personal checkbooks as of October 1st, 2021, and will not be accepting or processing whip checks after January 3rd, 2022. All Telem Group customers currently using whipped personal checks to make payments are advised to give attention to the whip notices concerning accepting and processing of personal checks. And also to the December 27th, 2021 deadline date, the Telem Group will stop accepting and processing whipped personal checks. The company will be circulating the above message to all Telem Group customers via print media, its social media platforms, and company websites. Telem Group customers unable to use their whip personal checks for payment are invited to make use of the company's online payment system or to utilize other payment methods at the main building on the Pawn Island or other Telem Group branch location. Telem Group apologizes for any inconvenience caused by these developments, which is the result of a decision taken by WIB to no longer issue or process personal checks of its customers. In the meantime, Telem Group will continue to accept WIB business checks. Please email our customer care representatives at info@telemgroup.sx.
Así es, el Grupo Telem ha anunciado que a partir del 27 de diciembre del 2021 ya no aceptará ni procesará cheques personales del Winder Island Bank. El anuncio sigue a la circulación de un aviso de WIP que informa a los clientes que el banco interrumpirá la emisión de talonarios de cheques personales a partir del 1 de octubre del 2021 y no aceptará ni procesará cheques de WIP después del 3 de enero del 2022. Se recomienda a todos los clientes de Telem que actualmente utilizan cheques personales WIP para realizar pagos que presten atención a los avisos relacionados con la aceptación y procesamiento de cheques personales y también a la fecha límite del 27 de diciembre del 2021 en la que el Grupo Telem dejará de aceptar y procesar los cheques personales de Winder Island Bank.
They are going to be accepting business checks. However, they're eliminating personal checks. This was a decision made from the WIB Bank and Telem Group. I think that they're very early with this announcement. However, it's always good to get it early so that people would get accustomed.
Se preparen y sepan lo que van a hacer en el proceso.
Let me just tell you, in the introduction of the euro in Holland, and I always say this, it was like about 2 years. They were preparing people and telling them, listen, you can deposit your guilders, get all your coins and stuff, because we're going into the euro phase. And I think when it comes to the banking system, when using money, you have to give people a sort of time period in order to get accustomed and to do all of that. Remember, a lot of elderly people, they use checks, so they would write a check and like, oh, here's Sunny Boy, and stuff. They also want to promote the card use or online payment. and we think it's easier. We hope that people will be there in the customer care that would give them the kind of training, or even at least go through with them, show them how it is done. I always think when you want to introduce something, you really need to show people how it's done.
Así es,
All right?
señores, ya ustedes deben de estar pendientes, comenzar a prepararse las personas que realizan pagos con cheques personales, especialmente al grupo Telen, ya no van a estar aceptándolo a partir del 27 de diciembre del 2021.
你看，
Ajá.
你看，你看起，
Esto es la traducción.
Ni cantien or something.
你看起
Okay.
You look beautiful.
Oh.
You look beautiful.
All right. So I said to Brenda, ni cantien. Well, actually, they said it different. I said, ni can kill him, my. And I said to Brenda in Chinese, I said, you look beautiful. And Brenda said, no. So I'm sorry, Brenda, I'm taking back that compliment. All right? I'm taking it back. You said no.
Señores.
All right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have our last piece of news. 4 St. Martin civil servants achieved certification as certified legislative lawyers. This story is taken from St. Martin Island Times.
Así es, 4 funcionarios de San Martín obtienen la certificación como abogados legislativos. Esto es fuente de San Martín Island Times.
On Tuesday, August 31st, 4 civil servants of the Department of Legal Affairs graduated from the University of Curacao School of Law, St. Martin Division. The Certified Legislative Lawyer course completed by the civil servants was organized by the Caribbean Center for Legislative in St. Martin, Curacao, and Aruba. The aim of the course is to enable the participants to work as legislative lawyers in each of the 3 Caribbean countries. In principle, in any policy area. Prime Minister and Minister of General Affairs Sylvia Jacob, Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports Dr. Anders Rudolph Samuel, Ministry of General Affairs Secretary General Hensley Plantain, and former acting head of Legal Affairs Department Hilbert De Wint were all present at the ceremony. During the ceremony, Prime Minister Jacobs addressed the civil servants and stated an organization's strength lies in the possibility to allow personal growth in individual development of personnel. In turn, the institution benefits from your skills, knowledge, hard work, and dedication. I am grateful that our sister countries are able to collaborate with St. Martin on this level. If we want to go far with this kingdom, the best way to do so is together. Legal advisors within the government of St. Martin are highly encouraged to register from the online course by September 10th by emailing ccl@uoc.scw. The registration is open for civil servants, lawyers, hired counsels, and persons with a legal background. The Certified Legislative Lawyer course lasts 1 year and consists of 5 modules, namely Deepening Constitutional and Administrative Law, General Legal Doctrines, Legislative Engineering, Clinic Legislation, and In-Depth Constitutional and Administrative Law. To obtain a Certified Legislative Lawyer diploma, all modules must be completed with a passing grade. On behalf of the government of St. Martin, I would like to congratulate these 4 women on their major accomplishment for themselves and the people of St. Martin. By extension, their sacrifices and commitment make a lasting impact on themselves, their department, and the government of St. Martin, conclude Prime Minister Jacobs. I would like to know who these young ladies are, or these women. It would be nice to see faces that I recognize in getting and achieving this award or this certificate.
Así es, tenemos que para el martes 31 de agosto, 4 funcionarios del Departamento de Asuntos Legales se graduaron de la División de San Martín de la Facultad de Derecho de la Universidad de Curazao. El curso de abogado legislativo certificado realizado por los funcionarios públicos fue organizado por el Centro de Legislación del Caribe en San Martín, Curazao y Aruba. El objetivo del curso es capacitar a los participantes para trabajar como abogados legislativos en cada uno de los 3 países del Caribe, en principio en cualquier área de política. La primera ministra y ministra de Asuntos Generales, Silveria Jacob, ministro de Educación, Cultura, Juventud y Deporte, el señor Dr. Rudolph Summers, el secretario general del Ministerio de Asuntos Generales, Hensley Plantins, y el ex jefe interino del Departamento de Asuntos Legales, Gilbert DeWin, estuvieron presentes en la ceremonia. Durante la ceremonia, la primera ministra, Silveria Jacob, se dirigió a los funcionarios públicos y declaró: la fortaleza de una organización radica en la posibilidad de permitir el crecimiento personal y el desarrollo individual del personal. A su vez, la institución se beneficia de sus habilidades, conocimientos, trabajo arduo y dedicación. Estoy agradecido de que nuestro país y nuestros hermanos puedan colaborar con San Martín en este nivel. Si queremos llegar lejos dentro de este reino, la mejor manera de hacerlo es juntos. Se recomienda encarecidamente a los asesores legales del gobierno de San Martín que se inscriban en el curso en línea antes del 10 de septiembre enviando su correo electrónico, y la inscripción está abierta a funcionarios, abogados, consejos superiores y personas con formación jurídica. El curso de abogado legislativo certificado tiene una duración de 1 año y consta de 5 módulos, a saber: profundación del derecho constitucional y administrativo, doctrinas legales generales, ingeniería legislativa, legislación clínica y derecho constitucional y administrativo en profundidad. Para obtener el diploma de abogado legislativo certificado, todos los módulos deben completarse con una calificación aprobatoria. En nombre del gobierno de San Martín, me gustaría felicitar a estas 4 mujeres por su mayor logro para ellas mismas y para la gente de San Martín por extensión. Su sacrificio y compromiso tienen un impacto duradero en ellos mismos y su departamento y el gobierno de San Martín, concluyó la ministra Silveria Jacob.
Great, 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 great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the birthday section where we will be giving our celebrants a big out and a shout out.
Así es, ya estamos en nuestra sección de cumpleañeros, felicitando a todo el que está celebrando un año más, todo el que está celebrando cualquier tipo de evento, deseándoles muchas bendiciones, muchas felicitaciones. Ahí tenemos a Osvaldo Senville, que está festejando un año más. Muchas felicidades para usted, muchas bendiciones en este día.
That's it for you?
That's it.
All right. It looked like people wasn't having sex a lot in these times. Why? Because I only have 4 birthday celebrants. Anais Hodge, happy birthday to you on your 25th birthday. Rochelle Latifa, who was actually a candidate on the up list, happy birthday to you. Angel Richardson, happy birthday, Angel. And Shyam Rambajad. Happy birthday, Cheyenne Rampajad, on your birthday today, September the 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to wish all our birthday celebrants and those of you who we didn't mention, happy, happy birthday, September 3rd.
Así es, señores. Mira, tenemos un comentario de Ginetta Richardson.
All right, Brenda, ni hanmali, what does it say? What does it say? Go up, Brenda.
No, yo no lo sé
Look.
mencionar.
Carry it up. What does it say? What Yu Yan was Prince speaking. All right. Okay,
Hoy
good.
tenemos nuestro reportero aquí desde China con nuestro...
Jian Queen Queen.
¿Vuelve y repite?
Jian Queen Queen.
Ok,
All
está
right,
celebrando un año más de vida. Así que,
Vamos.
señores, felicidades a todas las personas que están festejando cualquier evento en el día de hoy. Muchas, muchas bendiciones.
All right, we're moving into extra time, and what we're going to be discussing here, Brenda have time today, so we're going to go. Thank you so much, Brenda, for giving us that extra time that you have in your busy schedule. We're going to be talking about relationships of 2 people, a man and a woman, and not speaking the same language. All right?
Uy.
So that's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about it. We know a lot of times, and especially here, what we see is people who speak English being with someone who speaks Spanish. All right? That's a lot. But there's some strange combination that we're going to talk about. Okay?
Así es, señores, vamos a nuestro tiempo extra. Recuerden, vamos a tener un tópico sobre las relaciones sentimentales que no hablan el mismo idioma. Así es.
¿Cómo funciona?
Y vamos a ver cómo funciona. Y a las personas que ya tenemos que despedir el programa en la mañana de hoy, mi nombre es Brenda Rodríguez de Allen, y le damos las gracias por haber compartido esta semana completa con nosotros. Recuerden vacunarse, recuerden cuidarse, protegerse, usar su mascarilla, su hand sanitizer, y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes el lunes, Dios mediante.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us on Extra Time. For those of you who don't have the extra time, we understand. We'll see you back again on Monday, same time, same place. However, we're going over. Join me, Brenda Rodriguez. My name is Herbert Martina, and we were elated to have you on the program this morning. Ciao. Peace out.
Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg, have some of the best meals around town for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they make it so easy for you to order. Just call in, then walk in and pick it up. What's up it? Then walk in and pick it up. Or walk in, order it, and pick it up. We also cater and host events. And don't forget karaoke every Friday night. So eat at Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg. It's a celebration in your mouth.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is happening now in live time, Brenda. I just want to give the viewers something before we go into extra time and everything. Because it's live, I want to just state this right now, okay?
Listen. Certificate, the title of property, and their property have been auctioned on them, although they are owners of their property. Then we have the collectivity issue that is lasting 2 months, and we need a solution because our people can't get the services that they need at the collectivity due to the strike, and we decide that enough is enough. We cannot hold up the country for one issue that is burning with the unions. We also have the PPRN, which the public inquiry is starting on Monday the 13th, and we have to keep an eye open, and we have to make sure that everything goes in order as we did from 2 years back. We've been fighting from since 2019 with this.
All right, what you've just heard is the protest that they're having on the front side. They'll be walking very soon. However, it is basically some of the issues they're talking about. Land being auctioned by the state of people who have the deed to that land. Secondly, they're concerned about the PPRN. Thirdly, they're concerned. There's different issues that they're walking for and protesting. And there's a matter with the unions that is not being resolved through, with the collectivity, the government on the front side. So those are some matters that they are fighting against and they're walking against. They're now standing on the waterfront in Marigot, where they will be marching very soon. One of the leaders of this resistance or of this march said, "Where one go, all will go." So this is something strange, not strange, but this is something that's happening right now. And we thought that we should bring that to you in extra time.
Así es una protesta, una marcha, abarcando todos los temas que le están afectando ahora mismo a la parte francés, como también está incluyendo lo que es la reparación del puente de Saint-Degrón, que ha tenido muchas consecuencias.
Yes, yes.
Muchas
That
personas,
also.
sí, muchas personas tienen que dejar su vehículo de este lado del puente, cruzar a pie. Muchas personas tienen que tomar ahora mismo, hay unos muchachos en unas pasolas, en unos motores que transportan a las personas hasta el puente para que puedan llegar. Eso es las personas que no tienen vehículo. Otras, imagínate, yo que tenga que dejar mi vehículo de este lado del puente sin saber qué le pueda suceder.
Yeah.
Todos estos temas que le está abarcando, le está afectando ahora mismo a la parte francesa, hoy están ya ellos en protesta, donde están exponiendo a ver cuáles serán los resultados que van a obtener después de esta protesta.
All right, good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We had to give you that as we were getting this live. We want to give you always a scoop. However, we have a topic that we would like to discuss, and it is about a couple living together, and they can't communicate in the same language, all right? Or if they do communicate in the same language, the man is speaking, a broken language, and the woman is speaking a broken language in order to communicate, okay? A lot of times, what we see is English men with Dominican women, so speaking Spanish, or with Latin
Latino.
women. Yeah, I'm just saying, predominantly, okay?
Sí.
That was the standard, okay? But I've seen some strange
Lo que yo no he
cases.
visto es uno de nacionalidad china con otra persona de otra nacionalidad diferente. Lo hay, pero no es común.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about, we don't see Chinese mixing and stuff. But there are times where a Chinese man or a Chinese woman would decide, hey, you know what? We want a Spanish-speaking person, somebody from the Dominican Republic, or we want somebody from Jamaica, we want somebody from... In St. Martin is not common. However, in Jamaica, in those bigger countries, there are people who have mixed. Yeah. So it's strange. However, it happens. Okay? It happens. Now, Brenda, we're going to ask and we're going to open the line. The number to call is 554-5601. I am Chinese and my wife also a Chinese. Only she does not know that she is until she uses karate against me. Oh my God. Karate. All right? Karate. Okay. Brenda, a lot of times we see Englishmen. When I say Englishmen, I'm not talking about English from England. I'm talking about English-speaking men.
Okay.
Whereas from the different regions of the Caribbean, St. Kitts, St. Martin, Barbados, Dominica, St. Lucia, and they have a Spanish-speaking woman. Now, when we talk about Curacao have a Spanish-speaking woman, at least they can communicate some kind of way, all right? Because a lot of people in Curacao, and a lot of people in St. Martin as well, speak Spanish, okay? But when we talk about Dominica, when we talk about St. Lucia, sometimes we say, how the heck did they two meet?
Guadalupe.
Guadeloupe, you know, where he speaks
Anguilla.
French and she speaks Spanish, you know. It's like, no speak Spanish, my love, but you know.
Hay un tema así, Don't Speak Spanish, my love.
Oh, there is a song. There is a
Sí,
song
una
like that,
canción.
right? But Brenda, I mean, it's interesting to see and to know how that works. But I must say, a lot of times, you know, the man tries to speak the Spanish instead of the woman speaking English. Am I correct? Do you observe that? Do you ever notice that? The number to call is 554-5601. Chime in on this conversation.
Así es, aquí tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio para que usted dé su aporte, ya sea con un comentario que usted quiera hacer o una vivencia que usted, por lo menos yo tuve una experiencia con...
It is such a blessing for men to have women who don't understand language completely. The men can let them steam without the wife knowing. Oh my God. We're talking about a side check here, St. Martin Anunnaki. Yeah. So, Brenda, do you have the experience or do you know of someone?
No, tengo la experiencia.
Oh, you have the experience.
Sí, tengo
Okay,
la experiencia que cuando llegué a la isla de San Martín solamente tenía el conocimiento de lo básico que daban en la escuela de inglés. ¿Tú sabes? Básico, ok. Cuando llegué aquí...
Básico como? What's your name?
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Los colores, los números no completos. Tú sabes, algunas cositas que daban en la escuela en ese tiempo, porque no era una materia básica. Ahora sí es una materia básica.
Give me my money, those things.
No, eso no, tanto
That
así no
was
llegaba.
básica.
No,
Yeah.
entonces cuando llegué a la isla de San Martín, estaba funcionando en ese tiempo la Asociación de Dominicanos Unidos y tenía cursos disponibles,
Okay.
donde tengo muchas amistades todavía desde ese tiempo.
Okay, let me just translate. Brenda is talking about her experience, whereas when she came to St. Martin, she just knew the basic, okay, what they taught in school. Things like, I want my money, things like...
No, Prince, no, eso no.
Things like, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, you know, hi, what's your name, how are you? Those kind of things,
Sí,
right?
esas cosas así.
And then she linked up with the... with the organization.
Tú tienes problemas, tú me quieres meter mucho al medio a mí.
No, absolutely not. So she linked up with a couple of people who were in an organization, and they're called what? Los Dominicanos Unidos?
Asociación de Dominicanos Unidos.
Okay, the Association of, you know, Dominicans United. And, you know, which you are still friends with up to today. All right, we have a call coming in, okay? A pleasant good morning. Okay, we are getting, I think, a call. It looks like St. Martin Anunnaki. Yeah, we're getting a call, but it's connecting and reconnecting. Anyway, whenever you hear, yeah, we're not gonna.
Mensaje de Guadalupe.
Okay, good. So we're gonna continue. Oh, okay. And what is it? It's concerning the topic?
It was concerning the ocean.
Okay, great. Let's listen to this.
Good morning. This is Mr. Pablo Casalindo from Guadeloupe. I'm looking at TVCARIB Channel 7. I'm looking and I would like to say good morning to all of you. And I would like to say good work because I'm watching the TV station here in Guadeloupe. And good morning to all of you. God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Muchas
much.
gracias, señor Pablo Casilindo, muy conocido aquí en la isla de San Martín. Ahora
Okay.
está en Guadalupe. Tiene un programa de radio. También tiene un grupo bastante amplio donde estoy incluida. Pero no sabía que estaba en sintonía con nosotros. Gracias, señor Pablo Casilindo.
All right. Thank you so much for watching us in Guadeloupe.
So by that message, apparently, TVCARIB is Channel 7 in Guadeloupe.
Exactly. But if it's an MSR cable, it's supposed to be in Guadeloupe. So, Yeah.
But they're two physically different
Yeah,
islands.
I know that. I know that. So we're proud to know that we are in Guadeloupe right now. Okay. Yes, St. Martin Anunnaki is showing us some different things, but current situation, wind power. All right. It's a pity we can't get you online because it keeps on reconnecting. However, let's go. What app number? No answer. Yes, we picked up, and St. Martin Anunnaki said, "I have papers." Definitely. Okay, so Brenda, you were saying, okay, you knew the basic and you are, yeah,
Ok, entonces cuando yo llegué estaba diciendo cuando llegué a la isla de San Martín, la Asociación de Dominicanos Unidos que estaba activa en ese momento daba cursos de inglés.
so they gave courses in English,
Sí.
yes.
Entonces ya ahí yo fui ampliando un poquito, el conocimiento de un poquito de conocimiento que tengo. Entonces, ok, con el paso del tiempo conocí al que fue mi esposo, que no hablaba nada de español.
He never, no? So how
No
did,
solamente decía hola.
okay, good. So how did you, this is my question. How would you meet? You see, the thing is, and I'm going to be honest, right? I'm going to be
Sí.
honest. I'm going to be frank and honest, okay? The thing is with men, a woman doesn't have to speak a stroke of their own language. If she looks good, you just want to say hi and see what happens then, right? So I'm sure he said hola, and then when you know, talked to him,
Sí.
it was like, oh, I don't speak Spanish, right? And you tried and tried, and I guess, you know, this came into a beautiful union because you were married to him, right? Okay. But in the meantime, Brenda, what did you guys talk about?
No, al principio no era que hablábamos, pero no se entendía, pero...
So you didn't
eh,
talk.
Sí, sí.
¿Qué ustedes hicieron entonces?
Espérate, primero déjame hablar.
No,
Oh, Dios mío.
explícame.
Escribíamos.
Oh.
Yo tenía una libretita
Mhm.
que sí podía a leer, sí puedo, le entiendo leyendo más. O sea, en ese momento
Yeah.
leía, ok. Entonces yo venía y trataba de escribirle en el poco conocimiento que yo
Yeah.
había adquirido en ese momento en los cursos, ¿sabes? Entonces trataba de contestarle. Y así fuimos, tú sabes, comunicándonos hasta que ya totalmente mi oído se fue adaptando a él. Ahora, tú venías y me hablabas y yo no te entendía nada de lo que tú me decías, pero él venía y me hablaba y mi oído
Yeah.
se adaptó a él directamente.
Okay. So you went and you did, that's a lot.
Pero eso es mucha dedicación que debe haber, porque él me tuvo mucha paciencia. ¿Sabes? Él sabía, cuando no entendía que trataba de volverme, porque
Yeah.
que no hablaba español. Ahí fue cuando ya yo fui introduciéndole el español, diciendo nuestra palabra es esto, y, ¿sabes? Ya ahí te podía él te preguntar, ¿cómo tú estás? ¿Cómo
So
te
where was he
llamas?
from?
Él era de Jamaica.
Jamaica. So he
Pero,
was a Jamaican.
exacto, vino pequeño, en una edad ya moderada aquí, que estudió aquí.
Okay, good. So from Jamaica, family from Jamaica, but he was you know, raised here. So I could imagine that was really, really hard. So Brenda had the dedication. She wrote the things that she knew, the little that she knew, and of course he would try to understand and stuff. Do you know how people get now into how people communicate now?
Haciendo traducción.
Google Translate.
Sí,
you know,
pero
they
en
say-
ese tiempo no había
of course,
tanta,
those times they
¿sabes?
were not, right? So you worked with what you have. So I always say that technology makes things so much easier for today's generation, okay? But can you imagine back then how it was when you hear people go to work in Santo Domingo from St. Martin and they raise a family there, you know, and I'm like, what? You know, how do you do that? Now, some people say, yeah, Prince, you can speak a little Spanish and stuff. I can understand it pretty well. I can understand everything. But of course, you know that I'm not from the Dominican Republic because of my accent and because I say words that are not grammatically correct. Okay, plain and simple. However, I understand every single thing because, you know different people, you know the
Yep.
culture, right? But it is extremely difficult for people to communicate. But then again, does language really matter? Because if you vibe with someone.
Sí, Prince.
Language matters?
Sí, el lenguaje importa mucho.
But Brenda, here you were married with this guy, for God's
Sí,
sake.
pero ok, pero si hubiese sido una persona que no hubiese tenido tanto interés ni me hubiese dedicado, hubiese sido un pasacantante, por así decirlo.
Pasacantante, como un pasatiempo, okay.
Exacto, pero
Pasacantante, okay, good. So I learned a new word today, all right? Okay, the biggest gainers are the kids of parents who have different cultures and languages. These kids have such an open mind compared to some others who have a stereotype thinking. Very good observation and contribution. Love and divorce have no language. Love and divorce have no language. Eso es lo primero, bro. Lo Bello Perez. And then, good morning, Maud Bridgewater, sister of Johnny B, said, morning, have a blessed weekend, TVCARIB. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's what up. Brenda, one thing I must say though, okay? And we're keeping it rated PG, okay? We're keeping it rated PG. But you really don't need to understand each other in order to have a sexual or romantic relationship with someone. Let's face it. Because the bedroom is a different language. People who speak English have sex. People who speak Spanish probably have a lot of more sex, right? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, all right? People who speak Papiamentu, they have sex, all right? Sex is done one way.
people
all right?
speak French,
Speak French,
Mandarin.
yeah. Mandarin, everyone
Taki-taki.
has exactly, right? Even though a kiss is called a French kiss, sex is still done one way, all right?
I can tell you a little story.
Okay, whenever it comes to these topics, Dennis,
It's
comes
just a
out
funny story.
from his private abode and comes in.
No,
and,
porque de que
yeah.
hablaron propiamente él llegó.
It's just a funny story. This happened to me in Curacao. A lot of the businesses in Curacao are Chinese, including the laundry. I remember I started to take my clothes to a laundry, which is Chinese. By the second time that I went, the lady that was taking it, she asked me, when the Chinese are speaking, but when she asked me, Abotin fly? That means you have a girlfriend. I told her, no. Then she said, my sister either. I told me, no, my sister either. I said, oh, okay. Apparently she's trying to set me up with her sister. I said, okay. Does she speak Papiamento? She said, no. Does she speak English? I said, no. Does she speak Spanish? I said, no. So then I asked her, so how are we going to communicate? Like this? She almost got a heart attack laughing.
Oh my God!
Since you said feature, that's why I stayed off camera.
Yeah. Okay. Janetta Richardson says that she's from Curacao and her husband is from the Dominican Republic. None of my kids speak Papiamento, and I now speak perfect Spanish.
Sí.
That's the way it is, all right? And I'll tell you, even, don't take this anyway, maybe you should be proud, but whenever there's a Spanish-speaking person, right, whether it's the man or the woman, the relationship, they always speak Spanish. Never once did, would you hear the woman take on the language of the man when it's a Spanish-speaking woman involved. Think on it. Let's take Esterida Hashim, for instance, right?
¿Dónde está Esterida Hashim?
She speaks Spanish,
Sí, claro.
all right,
Claro.
in the relationship, okay?
Claro.
Let's take you, for instance. You spoke more Spanish,
Sí,
and he had to understand, right?
sí.
We're talking about the Allen, right? He had to understand, even though you were learning English. Do you see where I'm coming from? So this is not being discriminatory or whatever. Mera Flow say, yo quiero aprender.
¿Aprender qué?
Yeah.
Porque tengo a Bello Pérez que dice, yo hablo creol, I speak creol. Entonces más abajo eso, yo quiero aprender. ¿Aprender qué? Creol, mandarín, taqui-taqui, papiamento,
O
inglés.
quizás la lengua de la cama. Hay un lengua de la cama. Hay
Mira,
un
vámonos con el
apellido.
mensaje de San Martín Anunnaki.
Okay, all right.
Friends.
Language only works only back and forth in the bedroom, no matter which type. I always say so. But it's interesting to know what's up. Okay?
Tenemos un mensajito en WhatsApp.
Buenos días, Brenda y su pareja perfecta. Esa combinación, esa perfección en ustedes me fascina, como cuando están peleando y cuando están, eso me encanta, me fascina mucho. Quiero decirle que estoy esperando mejoría, por eso yo no estoy en la calle trabajando, porque tú sabes que yo estuve en un quebranto bien fuerte, pero estoy casi ya en la calle tirando mis fotos y reportándole también, como le voy a hacer muchos reportes a las cosas que están mal, como por ejemplo, mira, esta calle aquí, tú sabes que está horrible. Ellos no se fijan, no arreglan las calles. Todas las cosas que están malas, les voy a remeter con toda la fuerza. Ya tú sabes, cosas malas, todo. Yo voy a ser reportero especial de ustedes, como lo hago allá en Santo Domingo cuando estoy allá. Ya tú sabes.
Thank you so much. All right.
Así es el señor José Heredia, sabe que él es fotógrafo. Y sí, las calles de Dos Cuatas, es decir, la parte de arriba de Barrio Blanco, están sumamente deterioradas.
Pero Brenda, nosotros nunca peleamos. Discuten, pero peleamos. ¿No?
Viene siendo lo mismo.
Sí.
Sí, pelear, discutir. A veces tú me sacas de quiso, a veces quisiera desaparecerte.
Ay,
Pues sí, pero no.
Tan fuerte así.
No. Pero no lo tomes a
Pero yo soy cariñoso.
Ay,
a veces,
sí.
¿o no?
Caballeroso como el día de ayer.
Así mismo. All right, good. Okay. Semana Anunnaki, don't get it mistaken. It's Leroy Hodge, not Leroy Brown. Okay, our relation expert.
Pero hay otro Leroy ahora.
It looks so. Janetta Richardson said, Prince, the problem is they sometimes speak so poorly that we have to accommodate them. You know, yes. Sometimes when they speak English, or when they speak English, we would want to say, no, you don't say it like this and stuff. I could remember when I had a friend, and constantly I would explain to her, no, you say it this way, you say it this way.
Ahora, una pregunta. ¿Cómo tú aprendiste a hablar español? ¿Por cuál motivación?
None whatsoever. I mean, when I was smaller, if the housekeeper wasn't, speaking Spanish, or my people speak Papiamento, and stuff, it just came, okay, the interest for languages and stuff. So it just came. But no, it wasn't because I saw a chica bonita and I was like, boy, hey, I want to talk to this girl in Spanish and
Sí,
stuff.
porque tú sabes, hay hombres que no hablan español, pero se interesan por una latina, entonces tratan de buscar la forma de cómo aprender a hablar español para poder introducir.
Yeah. I have an uncle, and he was married to a Dominican woman, or a beautiful woman, and he spoke the worst Spanish. This man would throw papiamento words in there, and it was like terrible, okay? Let me give you an example. Oye, mujer, me te busca algo, and I'm like,
Ay, Prince.
it's those kind of things, and I was like, what are you talking about? Those kind of things.
yo buscándote.
Yeah,
O yo,
I saw it there.
mira,
Right?
así, eso sucede. Es lo mismo con nosotros, el latino, cuando estamos aprendiendo un idioma. Las palabras para ustedes, nosotros las decimos al revés. Igual que ustedes para nosotros, el español también lo pronuncian viceversa.
Yeah, so it goes a long way. But hey, we want to know how, if you have a relationship, please let us know. You can call in 554-5601 and tell us how you have managed, okay?
Ay, Dios
If I had another
mío,
chance,
Padre.
I'm only getting married to a woman who does not speak my language. Too late now. Maybe another life.
Dios mío, Padre, pero San Martín Anunnaki, sinceramente. Señores, tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio 554-5601. Usted puede hablar sobre este tópico, dar cualquier opinión, hacer cualquier comentario. Si en realidad ha tenido una experiencia, también puede decirle y nosotros aquí lo vamos a tener al aire.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, apparently nobody wants to call in, but we had an interesting topic today. Brenda, it brought some self-reflection, and you looked way back and you're like, look at that, huh? I guess love is love.
Sí.
Whether, you speak the same language or not. Love is love. And I think that's what we wanted to say. Yo quiero aprender a hablar inglés. Rosa Mendez, I'm going to look at your picture now, and I'm going to see... if you want, you can come and learn English from me. All right? I can teach English.
Okay. Okay.
Rosa Mendez, I will teach you some English. All right? Don't
Sí,
worry.
pero tú no le dijiste eso a la otra joven, a Mira Flow, que también dijo que ella quiere aprender. Lo único que ella no especificó qué era que quería aprender.
Let's see how Miraflow looks. Okay? And then I'll know if I'm gonna teach her English. What are you laughing about?
Pues sí, claro, porque oye lo que tú estás diciendo. Mira, Prince, por favor.
What did I say wrong? I'm looking at Miraflow. Miraflow, you definitely need some English classes. However, you probably can bring your husband as well. Jesus. All right, no problem. Miraflow is a beautiful woman. All right. Miraflow.
Ok, mira, Rosa Méndez en español, háblame, tienes que hablarle en español, pero entonces, ¿cómo vas a aprender, Rosa, si te habla en español? Y mira, Flor, inglés para conseguir empleo. Ay, Dios, debe ser papeles, perdón, empleo, para conseguir empleo.
Yeah. No, that's a very important topic, Brenda. And since we're talking about this, we too
Yo
wanted
tuve una
to...
experiencia con esto, déjame decirlo rapidito. En el tiempo que llegué aquí, que ya estaba tomando los cursos de inglés en la Asociación de Dominicanos Unidos, fui parte también de la directiva y cuando eso se hacían reuniones en la biblioteca, me tocó ir a reservar la biblioteca para una reunión. Cuando entré, en el poco conocimiento que tenía de inglés, yo le expresé a la joven todo lo que yo necesitaba. Ella muy bien, ella me atendió, me dio todo lo que... Entendió completamente a qué yo me refería y me hizo todo lo que yo necesitaba. Cuando yo iba a salir, la otra joven que estaba al lado se estrelló de la risa. Yo me sentí mal, ¿sabes? Y como dominicana al fin, yo me devolví. Y dijo, ¿qué pasó? Entonces me dijo que yo no hablo inglés. Digo, ese no es mi idioma. Yo estoy tratando de hacerlo, ¿sabes? Y eso me ha traído consecuencias.
Yeah,
en realidad he tenido consecuencias a base
And I'll
de
tell
eso.
you this, and it's a pity that we waited so late because I know you have to go somewhere. But I'm going to say this. A lot of times when, and adults, if you laugh at someone who is trying to speak the language, I know it could be funny sometimes, all right? But in a serious situation like that, and you laugh at someone, they get this like, if they wanted to learn, they block all the abilities, to learn and stuff. So, those are the things that we see happening to adults. Yes, we make fun of the pronunciation, Iberipong, and which means over the pond, by the way. Dutch Quarter, which means a Dutch quarter. We laugh at the pronunciation. But when it comes to people learning, and when it comes to people trying to do their best, we should be mindful and know that, that inhibits. And the very same thing you want them to do, they pull back and they block themselves from learning. And a lot of times, because let's take for instance in here. People say, oh yeah, when they come from Santo Domingo, they want to speak Santo Domingo, like here is little Dominican Republic. But when they go Holland, they have to speak the Dutch and stuff, which is true. It is correct. However, in Holland, you don't hear people laughing at them and stuff. They give them they don't laugh at them when they try to speak Spanish. I mean, when they try to speak Dutch. Why? Because they understand that there's so much people trying to make a living and coming and working and stuff, right? So they understand as long as they're trying to speak the Dutch, let's come to it together. Let's find a solution.
Mira, Melania Lauren dice, Prince, yo quiero aprender inglés y papiamento. Yo quiero aprender papiamento.
Okay, let's start one at a time, all right? Let's start with English first, okay? Brenda, maybe we should talk about the initiative that we wanted to start. Brenda and I wanted to give classes, English classes. It's basic. These English classes, what you can accomplish after. What's that?
Mira, esto es lo que a mí también me está sucediendo. Algo parecido me pasó a mí y bloqueó mi disco duro para siempre. Lo entiendo, pero me da brega hablarlo.
Right.
Eso lo digo. Yo puedo escribirlo, yo te entiendo, pero a mí me da brega hablarlo.
Well, I'll tell you this. Just talk it, okay? The very same thing that you're blocking, just do it. Look at me. When I go to the Dominican Republic and stuff, I want to speak Spanish, And of course, they know that I'm not from there. But I want to order my chuleta. I want to order my, I order. But we're talking about the initiative, Brenda. We would like to offer these English classes. Of course, it will be with a fee, all right? But after you finish with these English classes, you're supposed to have a normal conversation with someone. Let's say if you go to a job interview, they will know that you're Spanish. However, you would be able to speak and get interviewed properly. Thirdly, we will help you with a resume in English. So,
también lo podemos hacer en español. También
exactly.
Las personas mirar más Charlie también quiere aprender. Las personas que quieran hablar español.
And those who want to learn Spanish, we would give you those classes as well. Of course, we will be there, working together because my Spanish is on crutches and Brenda's English is on crutches. But together we form a formidable team. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is an initiative. We will give you more information, and we hope that all of you who are talking about, these things would be able to come. All right? De la Romana.
Saludos desde la Romana, República Dominicana. Saluditos. ¿Quién será que nos está saludando? Ay, Dios mío, si puede decir su nombre, está escribiendo. Vamos a esperar. Pero así soy yo. Escribir y hablar para mí es fácil, pero con las conversaciones estoy fría. Esto es Rosamente. También Mera Flo dice, es verdad, Brenda, se burlan o nos hablan mal. Estoy esperando a unas cuantas que vayan a RD a ver cómo se sienten cuando se encuentran con algunas mal habladas de allá. Mayormente las personas que llegan de aquí a República Dominicana que no hablan español, nosotros como dominicanos tratamos de hacerlo sentir bien, no, tratamos de, aunque sea por señas, tratar de entenderlo, pero aquí no hacen lo mismo.
I wouldn't say so, not everybody. And this is another topic and it opens, right? You remember when we started this program, Brenda? You remember how much people was, they had some people who's like, English. Casablanca teaches Spanish in 1 hour, $30 per. Listen, stop your bowl now, all right? Stop it. You're making me laugh, but this is not cool, all right? All right. But you remember when we started this program, Brenda, there was a lot of people who told me, Prince, why you doing a program in Spanish and in English for? Huh? This and that, right? You remember that, right?
Sí.
And we decided, listen, this is the direction that we're going to take. We're going to, and people are now asking us, hey, listen, how are you to do it, boy? And, they're liking the program because we saw how do you say? We had a vision. We stuck to the vision, and now we're doing a program. And even today, I didn't tell you, Dennis, but we see people who are mimicking this program, not in the same format, because it's very difficult, but we see people who are mimicking this format right here on St. Martin.
Yo te apuesto a ti que muchos de los televidentes han aprendido en inglés, han aprendido algunas palabras en español y viceversa.
Oh, definitely.
Muchos
Definitely.
latinos han aprendido palabras en inglés en el año que tenemos aquí de programa.
Exactly.
Y cuando uno de los dos parta, oye, se vuelven locos.
Oh, definitely. And I've heard people Spanish-speaking people who's like, Prince, you don't say it like this. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Then Brenda should have corrected me. But Brenda just wants me to say things wrong so that all the Spanish-speaking people can laugh at me. But don't worry, I know that you have my back and you love me.
No sé chismoso, Prince. No sé chismoso.
Sí. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us here in Extra Time.
Ok, déjame terminar. La persona que nos está hablando desde La Romana. Saludos para mi familia que están allá. Mi nombre es Isaías, el amigo de Raúl el Barbero. Raúl, un beso para ti, mi respeto para ti. Sí, aquí en Cursar. Él es amigo de Raúl y tiene familiares aquí. Así que ya ustedes saben, las familias de Isaías desde La Romana. Ahí está posteando sus banderas. Dice Rosa Méndez, algunas te ayudan las mujeres de edad, pero las jovencitas te dicen, no Spanish.
Sí.
Melania Lauren dice, no todo el mundo, una dominicana prima mía fue que se burló de mí por una mala pronunciación y el chin de inglés que hablo fue un inglés que me enseñó y me dejó hablarme en inglés. Lo que pronuncié mal, le corrijo y me dio confianza.
All right,
okay.
Good. Isaías is a man, right?
Sí.
Okay, good. All right. I thought it was a woman. All right, good. Isaías. Yeah. One.
Nada. Señores, llegamos al final de nuestro programa. Gracias por mantener su sintonía. Le deseamos un feliz fin de semana, muchas bendiciones. Las personas que tengan que vacunarse todavía, ponerse la primera dosis o suministrarse la segunda, las oficinas del CPS están ahí disponibles para que usted pueda hacerlo. También las personas que se sientan con algunos síntomas de lo que es COVID-19, por favor, pasen aquí antes de la portuaria a realizarse su test para que usted se sienta confortable y en confianza cuáles son los síntomas que está presentando.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of Extra Time where we discussed a really, really hot topic. We started off with relationship and then ended off with, Spanish and English. We've done a lot today, okay? So we just want to say have a great day. And better yet, have a great weekend. And if you're partying, party safe. And if you're going out, please don't drink and drive. We're still having accidents on the road, even though we're in the COVID pandemic. My name is Herbert Martina. Till we meet up Monday again. God spare life. Ciao.
Así es, mi nombre es Brenda Rodríguez de Allen y lo esperamos de vuelta el lunes tempranito con Dios mediante. Feliz fin de semana.